Hey everybody, it's Benny1 and I'm back at you with another X-Men movie review, and unfortunately we are moving on to X-Men Origins Wolverine, everybody. Holy Christ, people. Wow. This I'm not going to have a lot of good things to say about this movie. I'm sorry. It's been quite a few years since I've watched it, and I don't remember enjoying it too much when I watched it last, and oh boy. Oh boy, everybody. Let's start talking about the good things about it, I guess. Hugh Jackman is just as good playing Wolverine. He does a great job once again. Levi Schreiber is playing Sabretooth in this movie. He does a good job playing the character of Sabretooth that we did get in this movie, even though it was drastically different and went against the one that was already established in the first X-Men movie. That's the biggest issue with, that's one of the big issues with this freaking movie, everybody. Ryan Reynolds got cast when this movie came out. I think it was 2009. He got cast to play the Merc with the Mouth Deadpool. That's right. Way before the Deadpool movies came out, he was Deadpool already, if you want to call this Deadpool, I guess. Will.i.am is in this movie. It's just, this movie is a mess. It's a really bad mess. So this movie looks like a high quality budgeted comic book movie with talented actors, talented director, producers, all that stuff. But damn it, the final product is not good at all. It took the X-Men continuity that was established and built from X-Men 1, 2, and 3, and we go back in time. We go back in time, and I gotta tell you, if you're trying to build a continuity-filled universe with movies, this is a perfect example of what you should not do with your damn comic book franchise in the movies. Like, this is a prime example of the shit you should not be doing. Holy crap, you guys. I did actually, back to another good thing, I did enjoy the opening part of the movie where we get to see Logan as a kid with the bone claws. That's awesome. We get to see Logan with his bone claws in this movie because he had bone claws before he got the adamantium put in him. So some people that don't know about the comic books probably don't know about that. But yeah, his mutant thing is the bone claws and his healing ability. He gets the adamantium added to him because of his healing ability, and he can handle it. He's like the only one, well, not the only one, but at the time he was the only one. So, but yeah, we get to go back in time, and then the opening credits, it's like a montage of Wolverine and Sabretooth going through history, like they're in both world wars, they're in Vietnam. Like, I love that. That was some cool shit showing all that. And the opening scene with the task force that they work with William Stryker, which William Stryker is in this movie too, the guy from X2. They cast a different person to play him, and the guy that they cast to play him, he looks old already, and you're supposed to believe that that's the guy that was in X2 years later. That's way shorter and chubbier in X2. Bad casting choice. Nothing against the guy that they cast, like, he's a good actor, but just, it doesn't make any damn sense, you know? And that's the problem with this movie, is the continuity is not there. This movie decides that they're going to just go off and do whatever the hell they want. They're like, the hell with continuity. Like the scene where Wolverine gets the adamantium in the operation, we got to see that location in X2. We got to literally see it right where they did it. And then in this movie, at Alkali Lake, in the dam, totally different location on the outside, everything. And on the inside, it looks completely different. Completely different. Like, they totally made everything different. The tank that he's in, everything. Like, what? You had exactly what it looked like in the movie. It was right there. All you had to do was freaking replicate it. Redo it. I don't understand, man. The movie is insane. Like, I just don't get that shit. it was in a movie before. Like, how hard is it just to replicate what was already there? Just build another set that matches that set. It doesn't even have to be completely accurate, but they didn't even try in this movie, like, to connect this to the other X-Men movies, even though it was supposed to be. Like, they just didn't even try. It's just crazy to me. And that whole scene where they show him getting the adamantium, like, actually put in him was cool, but then when he woke up, it was so short. Like, and that's supposed to be a badass, epic scene with Wolverine where he gets his adamantium and he wakes up and he's pissed, everybody. He's pissed. Because in X2, they show him escaping from Alkali Lake and he's got blood all over him and shit. In this one, he's clean as all can be. His hair is all nicely shaped up and everything when he when he jumps off that fucking waterfall. Like, what a mess, man. And speaking of messes, the CGI in this movie is god-awful. There's a scene where Wolverine is looking at his goddamn new adamantium claws in this bathroom in these old people's house that he's hiding out at, that they're letting him hide out at. Oh my god, that the CGI is so horrible in this movie. It's so bad, you guys. Like, what in the hell were they? I just don't understand what they were thinking. It's crazy to me. And Deadpool. You guys want to talk about Deadpool? If any of you have seen this movie and you've seen the other actual Deadpool movies that get Deadpool correct, they completely destroyed and trashed the character of Deadpool in this movie. Completely destroyed it. By the end of the movie, he literally has like probably 15 mutants' powers in him. One of them is Cyclops' powers, that he can literally shoot Cyclops' red beams out of his eyes. He can teleport like Nightcrawler. Like, he doesn't actually have swords. They come out of his arms like Wolverine. And they sewed his mouth shut. The merc with the mouth, Deadpool. They sewed his mouth shut. What makes any sense about that? And he didn't get his costume. He had the black diamond eyes, which kind of somewhat mimicked his costume. You guys. And Sabretooth. None of the shit with Sabretooth makes sense with the other X-Men movies in this movie. That's the biggest problem with this movie is with a movie that's supposed to be a prequel to the other X-Men movies and trying to fit in and keep continuity flowing, this movie destroys, tears down, and badly produces and puts on the big screen a prequel of these characters that we've already been introduced to. It just does, flat out. Alright, so this is most definitely, I would say, probably the worst X-Men movie that there is. Because I enjoy, I know I enjoy The Dark Phoenix and X-Men Apocalypse more than I enjoyed this movie. So, I know that. So yeah, guys, I did not enjoy this movie when I rewatched it, unfortunately. So I'm giving this bad boy a 5 out of 10, everybody. That is correct. 5 out of 10 for X-Men Origins Wolverine. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll be catching you on Tube later because I have spoken.